No, I'm not a writer.
Okay.
Just got this thing tuned. I made 456. Alex's first build right here. We're gonna go take it for a rip and get some bids for you guys. We'll get some reaction videos too. Welcome back to Boost by Gear Performance. Sorry, I know I haven't really been putting out a lot of videos, but we've been super busy at the shop. As you can tell right now, we have a lot of cars we're working on at the moment. But yeah, I got a bunch of videos that I've taken throughout the last 2 weeks or so. I'm just gonna throw something together for you guys so you can see what's going on. But I'm picking up a bunch of parts right now at the shop to finally start working on my integra again. Just picked up the welder. I got to do the radiator. I'm going over to Taylor's right now to take him some material so he can cut me a plate for the fuel tank. So once I get the fuel tank in there, I can do all the fuel lines. I got my valve cover back from JJ Motorsports. That all fits now, so we can do basically all of the fuel. And I am also switching to Fuel Tech, just like all the other cars in here. So I just got the unterminated harness today. I'm waiting on the ECU itself, but we're going to make a harness for the K-Series at Taylor's house, so I'll probably be getting my car over there. My wrap is finished, it is printed, and it is in the hands of P1 Auto Salon, the guys that are going to wrap it. So everything's coming together super quick. I'm trying to get it together for a race we have here. I believe it is Streetcar Takeover, July 9th and 10th, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm working real hard every weekend and after work to get the car finished up for that. So yeah, let's head over to Taylor's real quick and I'll show you guys kind of what we got going on. And like I said, sorry again for the delay. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Alright, just got back from Taylor's house, back here to the shop. My welder for some reason is not working, so I can't weld anything. I was going to weld a couple -16s to my radiator there, but it's not cooperating right now. So I have a couple other parts I can install though. My 4-port boost controller. I ended up doing the Speed Factory 4-port boost control solenoid mounting bracket. These are really nice, makes everything really easy to mount, and they play with screws and everything. Part number for that, SF-01-052B for the boost controller mount. And then I can also mount my Weldon fuel pressure regulator. This is the A2047. Looks like it's got -12 fittings on the side. Let me check real quick. Nope, those are -10. So it's got two -10s on the sides here. 1/8 inch NPT here, 1/8 inch NPT here, and it looks like a -8 on the bottom for the return. So I'm going to be using that guy. Part number for that is A240-281-A-120. So super long part number, but that's the part number for that. And then I also got the mounting bracket from the Speed Factory as well. It is for the billet Weldon fuel pressure regulator. So it specifically goes to this regulator itself. Same thing, comes with hardware, makes that really nice to mount too. And then I'm also going to be doing my boost control hoses in flexible AN race hose. This stuff is good for E85, but I'm only going to be running air through it, so no big deal there. 11964R is the part number for this. It is 10 feet of this, and I picked this stuff because it's really nice hose, and it's black with red stitching to match the black and red theme on the car. So that's all -4. So it comes with 4 straights, 2 90s, 2 45s, and 2 180s. And then I got these line separators right here. Block. So this is a really nice fitting. It's stainless steel. It comes with the crush washer, but you won't need to bottom this out. A lot of people don't know that Honda blocks are 1/8 inch BSPT instead of NPT. So this is nice and tapered, just like your factory oil pressure sensor is. You still don't want to thread this in too far, you will crack the block. But it's got the 1/8 inch BSPT here, 1/8 inch NPT on the end, and then an 1/8 inch BSPT on the top. So you can still use your factory oil pressure sensor if you'd like. I'm going to be using an AEM one, so I'll just thread it into the end here, and then thread a fitting into here for my feed line. So I'm doing a -4 into the turbo. So let's get all mounted up to the manifold here, and since I think I'm going to be putting my boost controller somewhere in this area, I got the fittings on this side right here. Here's my top fitting, and here's my bottom fitting. So I'll be using those two, probably just 90 off of there into the controller. Yeah, so I'm gonna get to doing that real quick, and then we'll move on to mounting the fuel pressure regulator somewhere in this area. All right, so I explored a bunch of different places on the car where I could put this, but I think my best choice is gonna be right here on the firewall, mostly because this tool is really big and I can't really get it into these smaller spots to put the rivet right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and put it right there. This 180 right here will go back. This is the source, so this will come from the intake housing right here on the turbo, go into that one, and then this top one right here goes to the top of the wastegate, and then the B, so this is A and B. B goes to the bottom of the wastegate, easy to remember, B goes to bottom. And then inlet would be the pressure side. So pressure here, top of the wastegate, bottom of the wastegate. So then I can just put this here, run 2 straights out. Then I got 2 45s down here on the wastegate that will come off and go over here. One problem I did find with using -4 on this boost controller is that with the other 1/8 inch NPT fitting threaded into here, you can't get 2 of these fittings side by side threaded onto these. They will hit. So what I'm gonna do is put a 90-degree fitting in this bottom one right here, and then I can just go back to the other side, maybe even a 45. That kind of sucks. It would have helped. It would have came out real good, real nice if you know, if it would have just fit, but it didn't. So but I'm gonna get this marked, get this mounted up, and then I can figure out that fitting later. We're all mounted up, so that's where it's gonna go on the firewall there. Guys, well, here is the boost control all finished up. That's what it came out looking like. So inlet here to the turbo, to the 180 there and a 90 here, nice and short. Mounted it to the firewall right here. This guy right here goes to the top of the wastegate, and this guy right here goes to the bottom of the wastegate. I was able to get a 90-degree fitting in there and another 90 right here to make it go back that way, and that worked out real nice right there. Everything was able to be tightened, and it just comes over here, back here, and into the top and bottom of the wastegate there. And I got these real nice separator clamps that are aluminum, 1, 2, and 3 over here, to make everything nice and separated and just hold it all together. So that came out really nice. I'm really pleased with the way that came out. I am actually going to do my feed line in the same stuff. I don't have all the stuff to do that right now, so I'll probably do that at a later date. But I do want to run the line along here and along these lines, and then up to the turbo right there like that. And I'll probably use a couple of these separators as well, so all the lines will be matching and they will come up on the firewall right here. So yeah, I'm gonna figure out where I need to mount my fuel pressure regulator, somewhere in this area here. Probably have to get my headlight in here and put it in here to see what kind of clearance I have here, because the Japanese headlights have a big old HID box on the back right here. But I'm thinking somewhere in this area. So yeah, I'm gonna check that out real quick and get that mounted up. Just got this fuel pressure regulator mounted. Basically just used the Speed Factory mounting plate, bolted it to the fuel pressure regulator itself, and then did 2 threaded inserts into the body right here. You can see them on the back side here. So that's where I'm gonna mount it. So basically how this works is the bottom of the fuel pump right here is the feed from the tank. So that'll come out of the tank into the filter, out of the filter into the bottom of the fuel pump here. Go up through here, down this line, and then I'll probably be mounting this filter somewhere underneath the intake manifold right here. So it'll come up 90 into the rail right here, over, out of the rail, into the side of the fuel pressure regulator here, and then the bottom of the regulator, it will be a 90 back to the fuel tank. But as of right now, I got all my fuel tech stuff ordered today. Should be here pretty soon. We're taking it to Taylor's we're taking it to Taylor's house on Wednesday. It is Monday right now, so 2 days from now we'll be taking it over there so he can wire up all of the fuel tech stuff and all of the sensors that I need to have. As far as pressure sensors, I'm gonna have a fuel pressure sensor here in the regulator, oil pressure sensor in the back of the block for oil pressure, and wastegate pressure I'm also gonna have in the top of the wastegate there, and then that's pretty much it for fuel pressure sensors. I'm only gonna be running 4 injectors right now. So yeah, we'll see you guys in a couple days when we head to Taylor's, and I'll show you what's going on over there, and hopefully we can get this thing on the ground and rolling soon. But yeah, it looks pretty good with the front wheels on there. I'm actually gonna have to get ARP studs for the rear. I found out today that these tires are a little bit too wide, so they are hitting the S1 trailing arms on the inside. So do extended lugs on that too. Next is the fuel system. I got something planned for that too. So we'll see you guys on Wednesday, and we'll see what we can get done. Is it gonna work?
Huh?
Is it gonna work?
I fucking hope so.
Gee.
The battery's all laying on its side and shit.
Alright, we just got this thing
Like leaks and everything.
out of the shop. We're gonna load it up on the trailer right now.
Oh.
Take it to Taylor, so we'll see you guys out there. Boy, that Ford look good, boy. Just pulled up at Taylor's, getting ready to get this thing inside real quick, and we'll start doing some work to it. The car unloaded over here at Taylor's. Got all these parts here that we need to install. So I think the next thing I'm going to do is try to figure out the coolant housing situation. I got this cheap coolant housing on eBay, and I welded on this dash 16 fitting onto it. So I'll get that down there underneath the intake manifold. I'm gonna make a couple tabs to mount the radiator, get that mounted up, and the hose is all finished. And let's see, next we can move on to the fuel system stuff. Taylor's gonna work on the wiring for the fuel tech, and we'll see what we can get into next. Right over here at Taylor's. Get this thing all wired up. We got the radiator in, radiator hose, or radiator hose on, and throttle bracket things on. These guys are gonna go for a rip. Race this Turbo RSX. Let's get this car back together.
¿Estás conmigo o estás con Dios?
Shifter fell on my head. Look at you see the shifter? Look at it.
It's just cold out.
His shifter fell down while racing ever. But do some progress on my car. I kind of funked myself on this. I welded this fitting on here and now it doesn't fit through this bracket here. So I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do about that. But Taylor made me this plate at his work, cut it out of 8-inch aluminum for me and cut out the center there for the sump to fit in there. So we just put 4 nutserts in the plate to hold the tank and 4 nutserts in the car to bolt the plate to the car. So now I'm gonna get it on the lift, run some fuel lines real quick, and then see how far we can get on the fuel system tonight. There's getting his EF back together. It's looking real good. Super dirty, but getting it back together. We got the switch spots. Alright, Taylor, walk me through this.
You're going to walk through?
Just kidding, you don't have to walk through nothing. This is the universal harness that comes with the fuel tech for the FT600. Comes terminated on this side. These are called A and B plugs, right? I think that's what they call them.
Yep.
A and B plugs, a couple of can plugs, and what is this other one?
It's just 2 different cans. This is can A, this is can B.
What about this?
That's the shift. That's the plug right
Oh, you can plug.
gauge.
Oh, you can plug this right into your strain gauge. That's badass. It already comes with that.
It's already wired.
Sick. Cool. It's basically just making the harness, laid it in the car, made all the what'd you call them? Break points?
Breakouts.
Breakouts. Made all the breakouts, and then terminate all the ends. Terminate all the ends here. I don't know what's going on, but he does have a method to his madness.
What?
But yeah, it's looking good. All right, what's up, guys? Next day over here at Taylor's, working on the Integra. Got a couple lines ran up here to the fuel pressure regulator for the return, the feed on the bottom of the pump here. I'm just gonna get it up on the lift and get those lines ran back and riveted like you've seen me do before. Yeah, these basically feed and return right here. I'm gonna put a couple of P clamps right here to hold it to the frame, keep it away from all the hot stuff, and then it kind of just goes back down there underneath the subframe and to the back. So I'm gonna get this stuff all riveted up and figure out what I got to do in the rear, and then I could probably wrap up the fuel system today. Then we can start on some most likely intercooler mounting. That's gonna be the next biggest thing, and installing the injectors. So I'm gonna get that stuff done real quick, and then we'll move on to the next thing. Alright guys, I was only able to get the feed line done because my other line was too short because it came off my EF. It was a little bit shorter car, but this is the return right here. This is the feed and this is the vent, so the vent just stays open. So this is the feed, goes into the other side, comes out the bottom of the tank, comes out through here, over here. With the top here, clamped right there, comes over, and then I mounted the filter to the body right here using two 10 millimeter bolts, some threaded threaded inserts in the body. And that comes down over here, and then it's just P-clamped to the bottom of the car everywhere. Comes around here, up to the top, and then kind of underneath the wastegate right here. I gotta put a clamp right there to hold it, and then on the top goes into the bottom of the fuel pump. Right in this area right here, 90s into the bottom of the pump. There's the pump right there. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring it down. I gotta get some more dash 12 line for the return. As the return comes off the bottom of the regulator right here, it's gonna go down and then all the way back. So I'm gonna start figuring out the lines up here real quick, and then we'll see what we can get into. I just got all the feed line completely done, so I'll show you kind of what goes on here. So in the bottom of the pump right here, this is the feed coming from the tank. So it comes through here, through the pump, out the top here, down through the bottom here, and then it goes into the filter down there. Filter is right there. The welding goes through it, comes out of here, turns, goes into the rail, through the rail, back out of the rail, into the side of the Weldon fuel pressure regulator, and then the return will come off of the bottom of the regulator and back to the tank. Like I said, I don't have enough line to finish the return today, but that's all I need left to finish the fuel system and bolt the tank into the back. But yeah, well, that's gonna be it for today, guys. That's all I have time for today. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and we can continue on the Integra and try to get it done for Streetcar Takeover. So we'll see you guys later.